Welcome to my Hebrew channel, Miel, and right now we're continuing our studying of the word Ish, man, a man. Ha'ish would be the man, and this is from the second chapter of the book of Ruth. These chapters starts out with an indefinite form in other words, it doesn't have a definite article on it, just simply the very, very simple base root of this word. And then as we go through the story, things are added on, and suffix, prefix, and so forth. And there's only about 4 or 5 times Ish is mentioned in the book, so it's not a large presence of this particular name, but it's an important development of what happens to Ish and Ha'ish. Begins with Ruth 2, verse 1. Le Nomi me Uda le Isha Ish Gibor Hayil me Mishfahat Elimelech ve'shemo Boaz. And what we have here are these two right in a row. These are actually based on the same root. This one's heavily agglutinated. It's got ish in the middle, and then le, which belong to or is part of, belong to. Le, that's preposition. We can call it a possessive or positioning preposition here. So le ish sha, and then the sha here doesn't make this feminine. You got to be real careful with this because it's still masculine. Take a look. You still got the yod right in the middle of it. Okay, le isha. What you have is still a masculine form of our noun, and on the end of it we have a suffix pronoun. But this one is female, of her husband. Okay, so this one is agglutinated on the end here. Personal pronoun. The Mashura, the Masoretes help us out a little bit by putting a peek in it, telling us, okay, watch out here for something that has to be pronounced and something that basically defines something about this particular name or this particular thing. And it's a personal pronoun suffixed on the end of that. So to her husband of her, to husband of her. Ish, and again here, this is an indefinite program, indefinite noun, an indefinite noun, ish, and often our stories begin this way. You have an indefinite form, then you begin modifying it or begin explaining it. The narrative builds on it, and so here's a man. Okay, who is this man? What does this man do? What has he done? And so forth. And so you begin with the indefinite form. That's how we'll see. We saw at the beginning of chapter 1. We saw the same thing. This one has a very interesting definition as to who he is, and these are very descriptive of what we're talking about. Boaz here. Ish Gibor Hayil. He is a Gibor. He is an active, very strong, moving type person. And Hayil means that he's worthy. He's not just strength, but also worthiness. And the reason we make this comparison is that throughout the story, we're going to get over into this third chapter, and we're going to hear about an Eshet Hayil. That's a woman that's worthy. And so here's a man that's worthy compared to a woman that's worthy. So the woman that's worthy, of course, identified in the third chapter as Ruth, and here in the second chapter is identified as Boaz. So Ish Gibor Hayil, and his name is Boaz. Shemo Boaz. And we're going to get to the end of the chapter. We'll see this again. His name gets mentioned again in another context. Ruth 2:11. Va'yan Boaz va'yomer lach hugad li kol asher ashit et hamotecha achere amot ishech va'ta'azavi avich ve'imech ve'eretz modatech ve'talaki el am asher lo yadat temol shilshom. The root we're looking at here, the word that interests us is this one here, Isha, Ishech. This Shravatian is going to be silent, but so we just had simply 2 syllables here, Ishech. You're going to have to say something at the end of a shech like that, but it's there. It's right here. Mot Ishech, died, your husband died. So Ish is, of course, husband or man here. And then this your here is the feminine suffix pronoun, second person suffix pronoun of your husband, your man, Ishech. And talking here, Boaz is talking to Ruth and saying, "Oh, we heard about what happened when your husband died." The full report's been given here. Ugad is an expression that's very unique, and it's repeated, infinitive, and then also reflexive hofel, and that means, hey, it's been reported to me extensively. It's been reported to me big time. So your husband died. Wow. And but we'll take it from there. And we're continuing the story. We find now a version of Ish with a definite article on the front of it. Like I said in the previous study, this is added on without any really vowel changes throughout the rest of it. Vatomer lach hamotach eifo lekatet hayom ve'ana ashit yehi mikarech baruch ve'taged lehamotach et asher ashita imo vatomer shem ha'ish asher ashiti imo hayom Boaz. And this is the man. Okay, let's be the one who took notice. And the man's name. Okay, here it is. The man's name. Shem. That's the name. The name Ha'ish. The name of the man is who I worked with today was Boaz. So Shem Ha'ish. That's the man. The name of this man. And to verse 20, Vatomer Naomi le kalatach baruch hu le Yehovah asher lo azav hazdo et hahaim ve'et hametim vatomer lach Naomi karov lanu ha'ish me go'alechnu hu. And again here, this is Ish was a definite article. And this, in fact, is reinforced by the personal pronoun, independent personal pronoun at the end. The man, okay, the man. So we begin out with a man, and now it's the man, that man, okay, specific person. We're talking about somebody we know. We know this man coming to the front of the whole story is now Boaz. So, Ha'ish mi go'alechnu, who can redeem, who is one of the redeemers of ours. Goel is to redeem, to rescue, to ransom. So he's the redeemer to us. No, Hugh, and him. It's him. It's it. He's the one. He's Ha'ish. So quickly, just a very simple base root that you'll find in your lexicon if you look it up. Ish, a man. Ha'ish, the man. Ishech, your man, feminine ending here of this particular agglutination here. Isha, Ishech, your man, your husband. Let Isha, and this is to the husband of, belonging to the husband of her. And this was from the very first verse. If you want to kind of remember back and check back, you'll see that. Let Isha, that was Elimelech then, to the husband of her. The antecedent of this hey with mapik is Naomi. Naomi's husband Elimelech died. So let Isha, to the husband of her. So again, a few things that were added on here as we went, and just building our understanding. Second chapter has no female versions of our word. I think we're going to get into that further on. And so stick with the studies. It's very interesting to see the development of the story, and we see it also the development of this particular word throughout the story. So God bless, and God be with you, and may God be able to define for you what happens in your life, as it does. And the scriptures are one way of defining what happens to us. So look to the scriptures to be a pathway or a road to your, a light to your path. So may God bless, may God strengthen you until the next time.